Greetings, interweb, and welcome back my fellow Guardians. House of Wolves is shaping up to be a really epic expansion. Judging by Bungie's latest releases, it's an expansion that most Guardians are looking forward to, myself included, but judging from the community's feedback, there are certain lingering questions that us Guardians need clearing up. So if you're one of those Guardians who are lacking House of Wolves info, here are a few things that you definitely need to know prior to its release. So let's get the ball rolling. So if you're someone who's unsure about getting the DLC, need not worry, because every Guardian can come to the Reef without the purchase of the DLC. You don't necessarily need to purchase the DLC to access the Reef's social space. Upon visiting the Reef, you will automatically receive your first bounty. Also, weapons and armor can still be upgraded without the purchase of the DLC. You can also get to the Light 34 level cap without the purchase of the DLC. To upgrade weapons and armor, you must acquire a material called Etheric Light, which can be obtained from Nightfall's, Prison of Elders, Trials of Osiris, and the Iron Banner. Much like the upgrade material Shards and Energy, there is no cap on Etheric Light. All Guardians must complete the main story missions prior to accessing the Prison of Elders. There will be weekly lockouts for the Trials of Osiris, meaning that you can only access this activity on the weekends. Upgrading weapons will no longer reset their progression, and you no longer need Zero, the Agent of the Nine, to upgrade weapons and armor. Sticking to his mysterious ways, Xur can now appear in the Reef social space as he does currently the tower. The bounty tracker will be present in the Reef social space as well as the tower. You can also access your vault items from the Reef social space. Both Reef and tower vaults are identical. The Postmaster's presence will be noticed in both the Reef and the tower. And the Black Hammer's Hive Disruptor perk will now be fixed. The Queen's Vendor Petrovenge will have new Queen's Wrath bounties for your completion. She will also have new Queen's Wrath shaders and emblems for collection once your Queen's Wrath is ranked up. We also have the Warden from the new Fallen House of Judgment, who's sort of the guy you go to when it comes to your Prison of Elders rewards. He also has in his inventory new legendary ships, class pieces, and weapon synthesis. The Disciple of Osiris then is the guy you go to for Trials of Osiris supplies, more rewards, and Trials of Osiris passages. All three factions, the Vanguard, including Vanguard Mentors, will have all new weapons and armor in their inventory when the House of Wolves drops. The Speaker will now take on a new role, or additional role I should say, by letting you exchange your materials. So if you're a Guardian like myself, who have hundreds of Ascendant and Radiant materials gathering dust in the vault, you can now exchange them for Glimmer, Motes of Light, and other upgrade materials. And lastly on the list of things you need to know prior to the House of Wolves, the Gunsmith. Any new weapon bought from any vendor can now be reforged at the Gunsmith, which surprisingly doesn't cost a lot. As you can see from this image then, it will only set you back 1 Mote of Light, 3 weapon parts, and 250 Glimmer. If you ask me, that is a pretty effing sweet deal. He'll also have in his miscellaneous inventory weapon telemetries. And on that magnificent bombshell brings us to the end of the video. If you'd like to stay up to date with more House of Wolves news, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you very much for watching and keep your light safe, Guardians.